All right. So, anyways, I just wanted to make a quick video about this in general, because no. I've been seeing a lot of people talking about like shimmering and stuff like that on objects, and on my last live stream, I know I was complaining about it a lot, like with these light posts, but it's completely gone. And I want to show you what settings I have, particularly for the AMD 9070 or the 9070 XT. I have the 9070. I wasn't gonna drop $100 just for like a 10% gain tops, and you can overclock it and get the same results. So anyway, as you see, this right here used to be like a shimmery fucking mess. Everything's looking sharp. I've seen some people speculating online about what to turn off, like the mesh quality, this, that. All I did is I turned the screen space reflections on, and you can see in the options. This game, I don't know how it is for NVIDIA, but the game does not handle ray tracing well, especially on AMD. I know NVIDIA, if you got a higher end card, you can use path tracing. There is no path tracing unless you force it with like an override in the game's archives. So, that being said, I'm sure this applies for if you got a 9060 as well. But what I've got here, and I'm getting 238 FPS, which would be a little lower, but I'm using frame gen, but only the frame gen from the upscaler. That's it. So, I'll show you here. Oop, I'm fucking up. So I've got everything set to high. Everything is set to high. Now I don't know if I turn the mesh quality to low, what it will do, but I'm assuming it might make your characters look shittier. I don't know. But even if I turn this off, I'm gonna say I'd probably get at least 140 FPS. But yeah. So you see here, everything's set to high. I reset my shaders cache. I did a full reinstall of the drivers and everything like that, because I did just swap it from a 9060 to a 9070. Now they said there should be no problems, and there was. And I'm an idiot because my PSU has 2 of the 8-pin PCIe, and that has like little daisy chains on it. So I thought just daisy chaining it and using the one cable would be fine, but it's not, because the cable itself only handles 150 watts, which I'm pushing about 230 watts on this. But everything looks good, as you can see. We'll go into the settings here. And I'll just let's make this look bigger. Okay, so this says it's inactive, but it's definitely active. This is definitely active. Maybe I'm not using frame gen. I don't know. But so the settings you want to use. Okay, I'm getting 135 frames per second. So frame gen is not active. Okay. But you see my frame timing is good here, and here's some of the settings I have. So I got the anti-lag on, which really drops that frame timing. Again, I really have no idea like too much what I'm talking about, but I just use the application settings for the anti-aliasing. For some reason, I just put it on adaptive multi-sampling. But it says that it's for direct 9 applications anyways that it affects. Which I call baloney. But the I don't know how to say that, anisotropic filtering, I probably sound like a dummy. I have that set to the highest it can be. And then the best thing you can do is just set this texture filtering quality standard, because again, DirectX 9. Now they say to use surface format optimization. I don't. I might try that out later, but I'll probably have to. I might have to restart the game. I'm not sure. Tessellation mode, AMD optimized, always. Or you can use the application settings. I don't know how it will be with the application settings. We'll see. I don't think it really makes a difference. Now I am getting a little bit of stutters, but I do have set the super resolution just for my secondary monitor over here. Why? I don't know. I just wanted to see what it would look like, because it's a 1080p monitor in 1440p. Don't look too. It doesn't look bad. I mean, it doesn't look great, but that's probably affecting some of the performance because it's having to generate more pixels. But my biggest thing was, so everything was very shimmery, and a lot of people say, "Oh, you gotta turn off the mesh quality to low. You've got to turn off the ambient occlusion." You don't have to do any of that. Honestly, you just got to turn off the ray tracing and use the screen space reflections. I wish I wish I could show you. I would, but I'm trying to make this video short because I'm limited on time here. Because I do have to wake up early, and it is it's 2 o'clock in the morning. Not super early. I gotta get up at 8 and be at work at 9. So yeah, I just wanted to point that out. I don't know what it is. It's especially noticeable in this area. Okay, so there's one thing I see. You see how that's like it's all blurry right there? That's from that surface format optimization, because it's trying to calculate it to give it the best performance, which that I'll turn off. You can use it at your own discretion if you want, but I am not going to use it. Oh yeah, I also use MLAA, the morphological anti-aliasing. It's not recommended, but I think it makes everything look a little smoother, especially on like jagged edges. So, oh wait, I don't have the surface format optimization on. I thought I turned it on. Did it turn it off? Did I turn it off? Did I not remember? Anyway, I just wanted to go through that. So I do have FSR4 with playing it natively, not high quality or anything. So it's native anti-aliasing. Everything looks good. There's a little bit of glow around Leon's head. I'm guessing that's from the fog, but other than that, everything looks good. If you want to go back, you can look at some of my live streams. My most recent live stream, and you will see that like these light posts, they were almost transparent in a way. I don't know how to explain it, but they were really, really nasty. And like going into a dark room where the lighting hits it, it would be a shimmery mess. And I know it's the same thing on the PS5 Pro. RIP, because I know you can't turn that setting off, which is a fucking bummer. But I say that so fucking much. All right. Yeah, I just wanted to add that in there. Just wanted to add my 2 cents. Now, as for the buildings in the background, sometimes when they blur, that could be because of the morphological anti-aliasing. I'm not sure, but it is looking good. And with that being said, well, I'm about to end it, but like even like this right here was always like a nasty shimmery mess. It's not. All I did was turn off the ray tracing. Unfortunately, you're not gonna be able to use ray tracing in this game. If you got something like a 5080 or 5090 or maybe a 4080 or 4090 and you can use path tracing, that's definitely the way to go. But as the as the ray tracing fucking goes in this game, it's scuffed. It's definitely scuffed. So yeah, don't use the ray tracing. Do not use the ray tracing. You can use everything else. The game will even run your hardware and try to optimize it, but for some reason it's gonna turn ray tracing on low. So no, don't do that. I don't recommend that. So I just wanted to run that by ya. Actually, the blur I'm getting is probably because I have depth of field on. That's definitely what it is. So yeah, that's basically it. That's what I wanted to point out here. Cause there's a lot of goobers saying, "Oh, that works for me, and this worked for me, and that worked for me." I'm not sure if it's true or not, but all I know is ray tracing off, especially if you're using an AMD 9070 XT or the 9060 XT. I know they do have better ray tracing. I don't think it's optimized well for this title, and therefore I would not use it. Ambient occlusion, everything else like that's fine to use. So that's just what I think. It's different for other people. I mean, because you're pairing it with different CPUs, different RAM. I got DDR5, 64 gigabytes, 6,000 gigahertz. I can't remember, but it's pretty good. So I'm going to probably end this video here. But I just wanted to explain that, and I really want to stress that the biggest culprit, if you are experiencing shimmering, is ray tracing. Turn it off. It doesn't look that much worse. And you guys have a good night. And if you're watching this, or if you do watch this, then I hope this helps you. If not, leave some comments below. Hit the like and subscribe button. I started this as a series. I'll be finishing it soon. Maybe tomorrow. I don't know. I do have plans. I got some buddies who want to play some games and stuff like that. Not that anybody cares. That's irrelevant. But like I said, AMD, no ray tracing. The denoisers are, I don't know if it's an in-game thing. I don't know how it is for NVIDIA. I have read conflicting results of NVIDIA having the same thing, especially with FSR on. Not FSR, but DLSS. So just turn the ray tracing off. And if you have the 9070 or 9070 XT, you can set everything, max it out, just ray tracing off. I don't know if your CPU matters. In that case, I'm sorry if you don't have a if you have a bougie ass CPU. I said PC. CPU. So unfortunately, then you might have to deal with some of the other settings. I'm using an i7 13700K, so I haven't had any issues with it. It's a good CPU. Don't trust people on Reddit. They'll tell you no, that's a bad CPU because it gets hot. It doesn't get any hotter than any other CPU, so it's a good CPU. I would say if you have like a lower end kind of mid-tier CPU, then maybe turn the ray tracing off and use the built-in settings for the game that I'm fucking tired. Run your hardware and try to optimize it the best, but yeah. So the conclusion of the story is ray tracing off. And if you don't want to go in and tweak like the graphical settings like I did, then for this game I recommend the Hyper RX setting, which is really good. You can favor performance, or you can overclock it, but you might get some stutters. I'm saying I would say probably undervolt it to 75, maybe. Start from there, but that's pretty much all the input I have. So anyway, all right. Hope everyone has a good night, good morning, good evening, wherever you are. Hope this helps. It helped me. So let me know in the comments below if it worked for you, if not, what did work, because just turning ray tracing off is totally what worked for me. Alright, so anyway, I will see you guys soon. Peace.